today what I'll do, I'm going to be explain all these things. Okay now, so what is the purpose of each and every tool here? Okay now, so I'm going to be close all these thing. I'll open a simple project. Before going to all of them, I'm going to be open my any world of project here. For example, I'm going to open. Okay now, so I'm going to click on open, and I'll go to maybe students and projects, and I'll open any one of the project which I have done. For example, I'll open this one, because if I open the project, then you can easily understand. Okay now, so how I'm using all these things. See, for example, this is my the project which I have done in the SketchUp. Still TV unit and some of them are pending here. Okay now, so now see, this is everything I have done in the SketchUp. Everything, walls, windows, doors, ceiling, this like partition, everything we have to do ourselves. Okay now, so if you are trying to download, maybe it is not going to be matched to our the area site conditions. Okay now, and then see what I'll do. I'm going to be click on this button. What is that? First button, start Enscape. Actually, what is Enscape? This is a plugin. Okay now, so plugin, the model which you are doing in the SketchUp, it will take you to the Enscape the environment. In that environment, now we have to apply the materials, colors, lighting, camera movement, and some 3D models are available. We can use them, we can place them directly. Okay now, and for that, so see, without open the SketchUp, so we can't use the Enscape software. That is the reason, so we call this is the plugin. We have a one more software, Lumion, but Lumion is not a plugin. Lumion is a separate standalone software. We have to double click and open that separately. Then model you have to be import, or maybe you can use a live synchronization option. Okay now, but here directly there is a button, live synchronization option. It means start Enscape. Click that button, and once if you click that, now the model and the lights, vegetation, 3D models, whatever you are using in the SketchUp, everything it will take you to the Enscape window. In Enscape, now we can see the whole the output. Okay now, see. And if I reduce the size of this monitor, it will take less time to synchronize from SketchUp to Enscape. That is a secret. Okay now, so whenever you are using this start button, and if you reduce the size of the both the windows, because you're getting a smaller windows now, that is the reason it will take very less time to be take the whole model to the Enscape. Okay now, try to be reduce the size of the windows. Again, once if it is done, then you can be so maximize the window. Okay now, and see here, this is the project what I am doing. Okay now, see here, now how I am going to the forward, backward. Okay now, these things I'll explain in the next class. See here, and everything what I have done. Okay now, clear ma? So whenever you click this button, what happen now? See, every time if you want to maximize this one, again minimizing, again maximizing, it will take taking more time, right? Instead of that, I will split my screen into two parts. Left side I'll fit my fit into my screen, left half screen I'll keep my SketchUp the files, and right side I'll keep my Enscape file. Okay now, I'm holding mouse left button on the empty location. Hold the mouse left button, drag it, and keep this one to the right side, and same like that, select the left side SketchUp one, so that the left half screen it will be fit to my the screen. Okay now, SketchUp will fit to my screen, and the right side is going to be fit my Enscape software on the right side. Okay now, I'm going to be close this one now. See now, clear ma? Okay, and what about the remaining options here? Okay now, the first one already I told you, this is just taking the whole model to the Enscape environment. Okay now, then here only we can see the lighting, materials, reflections, and everything related whatever you are doing in the V-Ray, everything. So you can be see in the so Enscape window. Okay now, and then so we have a second option here. What is the purpose of second option now? The option of second option, what is the name of that? Live updates. Live update means, for example, I'm going to be turn off that. By default, it is in on only. But if I turn off it, and if I draw something here, see where we are now, maybe other near to the TV unit, right? So I'm going here to the TV unit at this location. At this location, now I'm going to draw some rectangle here. on that rectangle I'm making a group and I'm giving a push pull for that. The same model is coming in the Enscape. No, right? It is not visible, right? So the reason is, so whatever I'm doing here, that live update is not happening. Every time what you have to do now, again you have to click on the again start Enscape. So it will take more time if it is a bigger project, because the whole model again and again we have to be synchronized. Okay, and instead of that, if I click on the live update, immediately whatever you are drawing, everything is going to be visible on the Enscape also. Again, if I make a copy here, one more copy I'm taking here. See, if you take a one more copy, automatically here also you're getting that. Okay, now clear? That is the advantage of this live update. It means live. So if whatever you are doing in the SketchUp, automatically it is going to be update in a lively in a Enscape also. Okay, now so now I'm going to be delete this one, and I'm going to be delete. If you delete also, it will delete in the Enscape automatically. Okay, now so now the next one is a camera live synchronization. Okay, now synchronized camera. See, synchronized views. So synchronized views means, for example, I'm rotating my screen in the SketchUp like this, and which view you are seeing now, still it is in the other side only. The view which we have in the previously left side view now, same it is showing like that only. If I rotate my camera to maybe like this in the SketchUp, even Enscape also I want to rotate like that only, because it will give you, like, more flexibility, and we can easily monitor in the both the screen at a time. So because at the time of modeling, parallelly you have to see the same model how it look like in the Enscape. In that situation, so now we have to turn on the camera. See, when you zoom here, automatically it will zoom here also. Okay, na? So when I zoom at this point, it is also zooming here like this. Okay, na? But some student asked me in the last classes, sir, when you are making the orbit in the SketchUp, directly it is affecting on the Enscape also, right? But if I do it in the Enscape, is it going to be happen in the SketchUp? No, because this is a parent software and this is the child. Okay, now whatever you are doing here, it is going to be applied directly in the Enscape, but not in the, so when you are doing in the Enscape, it won't apply in the SketchUp. Okay, now but this option I'll use only at the time of modeling states, not at the final creating videos at the not same at the like creating a photo frames. Not that time, I don't use most of the time, at the time of only modeling time, because when you are doing a modeling, so we have to check, so is it correctly coming or not in the Enscape directly. In the situation we can use this one. Okay, na? So but one more thing you have to remember, whenever you are using these synchronized views, compulsory, okay, now you have to remember this point, you have to write a note there. So whenever this button is on, we can't use some of the options in the Enscape. See now, on the right side, can you see this button here? These are black colors. See, whenever I place my cursor, it is going to be highlight now. But what about these things? Is it highlighted? No, we can't use them. Okay, now, and some more options. Whenever I go to the visual settings, and there are some options here, autofocus or field of view. Field of view. See, can you able to can I able to change these values? No. But see here, now I will turn off the camera now. This synchronized views I'm going to be turn off. Now see, these both are going to be enabled directly, and this is also enabled directly. And whenever I'll go to the visual settings directly, see, it is going to be, we can change the field of view also. Okay, now that point you have to remember. Sometimes, because whenever you are doing in a maybe at the next to 5 classes, or maybe 10th class, or maybe 15th class, so by mistake you will turn on this one, and you are trying to turn on all these things. Okay, now so it is not possible. Okay, now so only when it is off, then only we can access these tools, otherwise we can't access. Okay, now clear method option. Okay, and there is a third tool, and the fourth tool is Enscape objects. In Enscape objects, so here this is like from here only we have to place the lights, and from here only we can add the music, and here only we can make it a proxy objects. So for example, I'll click on this Enscape objects now, and see, it is going to be open one more window in the tool, I mean one more toolbar, it is going to be pop up here. And in that window, so we have a, see, type of lights here. These 5 are the light types: sphere light, spotlight, line light, rectangle light, and disc lights. Okay, now, and then here we have a next one, sound source. For example, now whenever you are creating a, like maybe the TV unit, in the TV you want to play some video, but the video, whatever the sound we have in the inside the TV, the same audio we have to be here now. So that sound we have to add from this location. Okay now. And the next one is we have an option linked model. The advantage of linked model means this is like a, so it's like a proxy. For example, you are creating a bigger venture, or maybe you are creating a like a 2b 3 bhk. In a 3 bhk, if you want, if you are creating, so we have a lot of components like beds, cars, trees, and a lot of components we have. What happen if you place original models directly in the SketchUp? Automatically our system will get hang, right? So instead of that, so I'll place a 3D model here, then I'll click on this button linked model. Then what happened, so it is, instead of showing the original model, it will show look like a proxy. So what is the meaning of proxy here? The heavy model, it will be show like, I mean, instead of showing a heavy model in our project, I'll same model, I'll keep it in a separate location in my system. Then that duplicate of that model, it is going to be visible in the Enscape. It means only it will show you the outer lines. Just for example, if I'm creating an outer box here, for example, this is a box, right? If I delete this one, how this one now? Only the outer lines now. It will be look like this only. Okay now. So now, but in the Enscape, when you see this one, you can see like a original component. I'll show you the example now. So for example, see here we have a model, right? We have a teapot here. Okay now. So this teapot is a original model. If I add this one into my project, the overall file sizes will increase, right? Now see what I'll do now. I'm going to give a right click here, and I'll move this one to the, see what I'm doing now, save as external model for Enscape. What is the meaning of save as external? Instead of using in this project, I'm saving that into the different location, and I'm taking just a reference of that model. Okay now, but in the end of the day, in the Enscape, it will show you like a original only. See how it will come now. I'm going to be save here, and where I have to save now in the villa project, I'm giving a name is a teapot or teapot. Okay now, I'm going to be click on save now. Whenever you do this one, and this, see how it is visible like here. This is visible like just a lines 2D wireframe. But see in that final result, so it is showing like a original model only. With this help of linked models, what we can do, we can compress the whole our project size, so that you can do the bigger projects also. Even you can create a venture with a 50 villas or 100 villas. Even though if you are using the same low configuration, our system is not going to be hang. Okay now, that is the benefit with the help of this one linked models option. Okay now. So anyway, whenever that situation will come, I'll explain that again. Okay now. So, and then the next, I'm going to be close this one now, and we have a next tool. What is the previous one? Enscape objects now, and the present one, next one is the asset library. So what is the meaning of asset library now? So like on a SketchUp, we have a 3D warehouse, right? Same like that, the Enscape people have already given us some asset library. So already some ready-made 3D models are available. We can just click and we can place. And the second advantage with this one is these are the proxy models. Proxy means, see there is a lady here now. It look like a original character. No, on the sofa it's not like a original character, original property. But in the render house, see how it look like. It's like a original model. So with this also we can reduce the overall file size. See, I'll click this button, and whenever you click that button, so here we have a library. We can choose which library, I mean which accessories you want, animals you want, furniture you want. Okay now, this is also we can access in a two ways. One is a online and offline. Now all the 3D object you are accessing from through the online. Compulsory you should have a internet connection, then only it will be visible. But sir, I don't have internet connection. So whenever I have internet connection, that time I will download everything. I'll maintain like a, I'll use them for the offline. In the situation, you have to click on which button? Offline asset library. It will ask you one option now. Whenever you click the first time that button, it will ask you click on download. While downloading, it will again, we have to choose the location where you want to be download that. Now what happens when you click on download, so every model is going to be download. When you have enough internet data, that time you can download. Okay now, then it'll use every time use existing option. It means, see, now it is which model I can see now, only the offline. These are the offline models now. Even if I turn off the internet connection, now I can easily click and I can place them. Okay now, like that we can use in a two methods. Okay now. So Now I'll turn off this one. Now we are using the online. Anyway, the when the topic, whenever explaining again, I'll explain like a in depth about this one. Now I'm just showing whatever the tools we are seeing here. Okay, now. And the next one is the next button is the Enscape material library. This library in the older version of Enscape, this is not available. In a latest version of like Enscape 2.9 or 3.0 onwards, these people are have added this option like Enscape material library. Once if you click this one, see all the maximum materials are available here, like in a category bricks, concrete, fabric, like grounds, like soil, grass and everything, maybe the roof related, okay now, and maybe wood related. See here, every material maximum they have given. So you don't want to be download from the other sources like internet, you can directly click and we can apply that option also we have here. Okay now, then I'm closing this one. And the next option here we have a Enscape material editor. See, previous one is a library. Library means we can just pick and we can apply for our 3D model. And in case if you want to do some modifications for that again, right? So I mean there are some properties of maybe the image size I want to increase, or image size I want to reduce, or I want to rotate, I want to increase the reflection, or I want to reduce the reflection. Those properties are compulsory now. So now we have to go with the next button. What is that? Enscape material editor. When you click the editor, see the material whatever I have applied in the project, everything is going to be visible here. Okay now, so for example, sir, I want to edit this flooring now. To edit the flooring, first what I'll do, you don't want to remember the name of this flooring now. See, I have some maximum hundreds of materials here. Exact, is it possible to find that exact name? No, right? So what I'll do now, so before going to the edit, first you have to open the editor. After open the editor, in a SketchUp we have a sample option now. Pick the sample, and that material automatically it is going to be picked from here. So all the properties you are getting. Okay now. So now, see in this location, so for example, I don't want this reflection on this flooring. Are you getting a reflection, ma? You're getting reflection, right? This TV unit, everything is reflecting here. Now I don't want reflection. If I remove this one, see, you're not getting any reflection. Okay, now we can increase and reduce. We can apply some matte reflection, maybe like this. I don't want complete reflection. I need something like blurry reflection. That also we can apply. Maybe if you want to mix any color, or maybe the size, if you want to increase the tile size, increasing and reducing, or if you want to rotate, every option will apply here where it is ma in the material editor. Material in the material library you will download there, and in the editor you will be changing the properties of the material. Any property, maybe height maps, reflection map, transparency, albedo, everything will change here. Okay now. And the next one here we have what is that? Upload management. Upload management means whenever you are creating maybe the virtual reality videos, it means VR images, or maybe if you are creating a 360-degree images, everything we can't download directly, it will directly upload to this location. See, when you click this button, still now, so whatever the 360-degree images have done, everything we can able to see here. See here what happened, like this. And after uploading here, see now what I'll do, this is the recently have submitted this project. So once if you upload this project into the after doing the render, anyway it will go to the this uploadment management, and then we have to upload into the drive now. Then in this location we will get directly a QR codes. Open in web browser, copy link, QR code, and save QR code. With the help of this one, now what I can do, I can copy this link. Now I can share this link directly to the customer. Now the customer, he can open in the Chrome directly. See what I am doing here. I am going here and I'm pasting here on this location. Click on enter. Okay. Now the customer also can easily see all the 360-degree of your interior. Instead of sending individual images, now what you are doing now, see the customer, it is easy for the customer also now. Okay now, so he can check each and every corner so what we placed. Okay now, so whatever the modifications they want, they'll inform us, that then we can do the revisions. Okay now, so that is the help of this one. Okay now, so here we have a everything like panoramas, web standalone, so everything, lot of options we have here. We'll see that time again, I'll explain clearly. And the next one, these are related to the general settings. Maybe it related to the how much of NVIDIA denizer if you want to be apply on it. Means we are using NVIDIA graphic card now. So how many of them know VRAY here? In a V-Ray, we have an option of denoiser. What is the meaning of denoiser? It is going to be remove the noise, right? Like that, some settings. Maximum try to enable all the options so that you will get a more quality. And here we have a grass carpet rendering. So it means whenever you are using the grass or carpet, it should be visible in the render or not. When you enable this one, then only it will be visible. Otherwise, it won't be invisible. Okay, now rest mode and everything you have to enable. And network option mostly we don't use. Why? We are using the crack version. Network license means multiple system. If you connect it to the, I mean, for example, if you go to the some companies, so some 10 to 15 members are using the Enscape, right? So the same, they are working on the same project only. In the situation, they can connect to the network, and then they can access all the tools in a, from the server directly. If I do some modification, automatically it's going to be reflect for you in a your system also. For example, you are doing a ceiling, I am doing a lighting. Whenever you edit the ceiling, directly it is going to be effect on my project. I can also check that, and I can change the lighting properties also. Or or I can raise some problems. Those problems you can check in your system. Okay, now that kind of option we have in the network. Okay, now so it one we don't use, like languages and everything it is showing. Okay, now and the next option is related to the software people. Like if you want to send any feedback to them, to the Enscape people, can we send the feedback to them? No, because we are not using license now. If you send the feedback, it means they will ask you like license number. Okay, now so now I'm going to be cancel this one. So this is related to the information like license, which version you are using, renderer version is what is that, build date, when you installed, maybe when this software was developed, this version 11 12 2023, copyrights from 2015 to 2023. Okay, now this is related to the license, and this is also related to, we can check the account. If you have your license, then you can check all your account here. Okay, but I'm not going to be sign in here because so we are using again the license, or in a crack version. Okay, now these are the tools we have in the Enscape. Clear my everything here. And in a older version of Enscape, so instead of having a one toolbar, we have a two toolbars that time. Okay, na? But sir, in the higher version of Enscape, now the people are giving 1 minute. No? Okay. Okay, now see, instead of using two toolbars, now these people have given one toolbar only. But where is the another toolbars? I mean, those tools also very important now. Now those toolbars, instead of giving in a SketchUp directly, they have given in the directly in the Enscape only. Now the same toolbars, whatever you are seeing here, these toolbars in a previous version of SketchUp, it is having, it is, I mean, it was there in the second toolbar name. Okay, now we don't have the second toolbar in the SketchUp. Directly they have added them on the top of the screen. Why they have given here? The reason is, see, when you reduce the monitor size like this, we can't see the whole picture now. So some modification without minimizing the window, we can maximize the window here, then we can edit here only. That is the purpose they have given in the directly now in the Enscape only directly. Otherwise, if we have the same options in the SketchUp, every time we have to go to the SketchUp, we have to click them, and we have to check how it is coming in the Enscape and all. It's a lengthy process. Okay, na?